Let's open them up. Scalpel. You looking at me, Diamond?
We're losing adrenaline now.
You'll never amount to anything, Diamond.
Everybody clear. You scum.
We've lost him.
Even up in heaven, the postman's sack is every bit as bulging as anywhere else you could imagine. And we've got two particularly fine letters this week. One from Andrew Thompson from Islington, who says, "Dear Dominic, I completed Donkey Kong Country on my second attempt. Is this a record?" Well, no, Andrew. The second coming by the Stone Roses is a record. This is merely an above-average games-playing feat. Second letter is from David Wells up in Glasgow. "Dear Dominic, I bought a new Sony PlayStation, but it doesn't work. When I switch it on, instead of playing fantastic 32-bit software, it simply starts to smell and moan about life not being as good as the old days." See, what you've done there, David, you've actually bought an old-age pensioner by mistake. Not to worry, if you take it back to the shop, I'm sure they'll exchange it, as long as you have that all-important receipt. All right, mate? Coming up on today's show, Phil Babb and Graeme Saux in the second round of our footy tournament. But first, we have matters more intellectual in our event, which we like to call Three's a Crowd.
This event is only for those with nerves of steel. The game I've chosen is Puzzle Bubble, a charming Neo Geo game in which players have to destroy the advancing bubbles before they're squashed into oblivion. The beastly bubbles can only be dispatched in groups of 3 or more of the same colour. So it's only by shooting the right colour bubble in an existing group that their onslaught can be stopped. To make matters even worse, I decided to inflict 3 simultaneous games on our hapless contestant. Only by ridding all 3 screens of their bubbles before they make contact with the ground will they earn the golden joystick. It's one of my toughest challenges ever. Good luck.
And here to attempt what is probably the trickiest challenge we've ever had on this piece of quality television, please welcome bloke with top name, Damon Champ. Welcome, Damon. Now, Damon, fantastically tough challenge this. I reckon you need to be quite fit. Do you exercise at all?
Yeah, I try to exercise about 3 times a week at least.
What kind of exercise is that?
Regular exercise like push-ups, sit-ups.
Do you pump iron at all?
I've done a bit of weightlifting in the past, so I still do it from time to time.
Quite a smart bloke?
Yeah, I dress casually when I go out sometimes.
I actually meant intelligence, but that's a very fine answer though, Damon. That's good. That's alert thinking. Right, well, listen, Damon, while you get ready to play, we'll take a look at this week's news. Blokes and ladies who wear Star Trek t-shirts are beside themselves with joy this week as the Sci-Fi cable channel comes on air. Devoted entirely to science fiction and fantasy, the channel offers films, TV shows, factual programmes and cartoons. Their modern, state-of-the-art movies as well as some vintage black and white material, proving you don't need multi-million-pound special effects to make something which saddos will attend conventions about 400 years from now wearing open-toed sandals. Virtua Cop 2, the long-awaited sequel to the arcade classic, quite literally ran along to an arcade show this month and said, "All right, guys, the standard Virtua Cop style remains with a real club bad guy day-out frenzy. There's also new features, including a subway train shootout. You can even relive those happy Paisley days with top car chase shooting action. People everywhere can expect to gather around this cabinet sometime next year." Meanwhile, in Japan, the We Love Toshinden But We're Bored with the Graphics gang are rejoicing over the free CD that comes with the Ultimate Fighting Guide tip book. It contains a patch for the game, providing a choice of different outfits and even giving rather large heads to the characters. Whatever next? Top tough challenge type situation then. Damon Champ has got to clear 3 screens of Puzzle Bobble. Normally that wouldn't be a problem for him, but he has to play these 3 all at the same time. Best of luck, Damon. Off you go. So off goes Damon onto screen 1. Now you can see he's firing the different colour balls there. He's got to get 3 of them basically to match. There's 3 yellows there. He's got them to spin. He's going to go for now 3 greens. That was good. And also the ones below the ones that disappear, they will fall down as well. Onto screen 2. That's 3 blues just gone. Left that a little bit messy. Onto screen number 3. He's firing the blues. You can, of course, fire off the walls. That was a fantastic middle column of reds he got rid of there. Left a couple of yellows there. Now that's starting to shake screen 1. Now that means it's just about to fall down a level. They will all start to fall down when they get to the bottom and his challenge is over. Completely kaput. Didn't get a good run of colours there on screen 1. On to screen 2. He's fired it now. He's got a green now. One more green would be useful, but he's got a yellow. He's got a blue now. Oh, he's not having the run of the colours here, but that's the greens and that's some reds. Fantastic bit of incisive play from Damon there. On to screen 3. He's got a blue. That's 2 blues in a row. A green. There's no greens handy. Here's a 3rd green though. That will help a bit. Another yellow, that's 3 more yellows gone, but look at screen 1's getting a bit dodgy though. He's getting a hurry up sign. He's only got 5 seconds, otherwise the ball will fire automatically as well. This only adds to his troubles. It's not bad, bit of tidying up there done on game 1. On to game 2. This is looking a bit more promising. I thought once again the colours are going against him. Screen, oh no, look at screen 3, Devon. He's having a lot of problems there. That's getting very low indeed. He rushes to it. I said, oh, 4 reds and that's going to help him out. 3 blues together, 3 yellows. Fantastic play from Damon. Oh, back on to screen 1, just in the nick of time there once again. He's got 3 greens together there. 2 reds together, now 3 greens together. Now let's fire that yellow. This is good play from Damon, doing unbelievably well. On to game 2. 3 greens together, that's a red. Unlucky there. Oh, the screen's gone down again as well. But he's got those 3 middle blues. That should be okay for a little while. Back on to screen 3 now. Again, the colour's not quite coming for him. There's a yellow. He's got 3 yellows, but the sides are looking iffy on 3. Back to 1. 1 is probably the calmest screen he's got. He may afford to lead us for a little while. After the screen is coming down, he wants to get rid of those yellows on the right-hand side if he can. Those reds, beg your pardon, on the right. On to screen 2 now. He's cleared that bunch of yellows, cleared that bunch of blues. I'd watch screen... Oh, no, he's got screen 1 and screen 3, both looking dodgy just now. He wants another red on screen 1. The red isn't coming, no, it's a yellow. And the green, he wants a red quickly. In that right-hand side, he's got to get the red, and meanwhile, I'd leave screen 2. I'd go to screen 3, Damon, because screen 3's looking iffy. Screen 1's looking not too bad, actually, but you're getting a hurry-up warning. It's going to fire the ball on screen 1. He zips back to screen 1. It's getting lower and lower. Screen 2's not looking too bad. Screen 3's getting quite low as well. But he needs to clear some balls off at screen 1 first. He needs some greens. That'll help a lot. He needs a red as well. He needs a couple of reds. Oh, no, screen 1's getting low. And so is screen 3 as well. He's desperately battling against time. He's back on a 3. It's unbelievable how he's kept going this long. Screen 1's looking bad. Screen 2's not quite so bad. He can leave that for a while, but screen 1 is looking very rough indeed. He's going to fall below the line if he's not careful. He wants a couple of blues now. I can't see how he's going to do it. No, he's gone black. A valiant effort there, but Damon, he's unfortunately not done the challenge. Damon, oh, okay. I was going to get my breath back for a second there, Damon. You lasted fantastically long there. There was a couple of times it was getting very, very dodgy. Talk us through some of the moist moments for you.
Yeah, I know I lost a bit of time on screen 1 as the balls were adding up, and that made it more difficult for me to get rid of the balls. So I was just concentrating on 2 and 3 when I should have been concentrating on 1.
That was where you went wrong, you reckon?
Yeah.
Are you as bathed in sweat as I am?
Definitely, yeah. It's a tough challenge.
Yeah. Well, you can at least take your sweat home with you, and unfortunately you can't do the same with a golden joystick, as brilliant as you played, because Damon, you haven't ended successfully, but thank you very much for coming on anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, Damon Champ. So after gorging ourselves on that fine television feast, let's clean our palates now with a piquant review sorbet.
Keep your rhythm.
Fair enough, mate. First up, the best boxing game since my last fight. Victory Boxing on the Saturn.
Boxing games traditionally are pretty naff, but Victory Boxing on the Saturn, however, is the Virtua Fighter of boxing games. It's boxing crossed with a beat-em-up.
You can customise your pugilist in height, in weight, in the way he fights. There are 5 different styles of fighting, and as you progress through the championships, so your trainer teaches you new special moves. It's great, okay? You can get different camera angles, and you can see the fighter's full length, which is also a bonus. But the action in this one is just a little bit slow and clumsy, and it lacks realism for me.
I disagree with Dave, actually. I think that sometimes fighting games are a little too fast. With the strategy element, you can actually think about the moves that you're going to take. I actually really like Victory Boxing. It is the thinking man's fighting game.
Down and out. What a pro! Look at that. Him. Whoa. The crowd is going wild. What a
Next up, the best first-person perspective shoot 'em beat 'em up since my last fight. Hexen Heretic 2 on the PC.
Whereas Doom was just running around shooting things, Hexen, however, is actually far more complex than that. You have 3 characters to choose from at the beginning, all with their own individual abilities and weapons.
The areas you're in are far more interactive. You can do things like shooting out stained glass windows, and the effects of some of the weapons and spells can only be described as truly evil.
The mage has these glowing blue hands that fire huge shards of freezing power at your enemies.
There's also the option to play in a cooperative mode as well as in the old Doom deathmatch. This is a truly huge and awesome game.
And finally, the best baseball game since my last fight. World Series Baseball on the Saturn.
It's off the wall. Now batting.
Actual teams, actual stadiums, actual players, and actually, this isn't bad. World Series Baseball on the Saturn is one of the most realistic baseball games I've ever played.
On the field of play, every single player has their own individual attributes and statistics. And when you tonk that ball for a home run, there's nothing more satisfying, even winning the lottery.
If anybody has sat through a real baseball game, they'll know how long it lasts. It goes on for hours and there's hardly any score. And that could be the problem with World Series Baseball. It's a little bit too realistic. Perhaps they should have put a little bit more fantasy in there, a little bit more action, just to keep the unappreciative British audiences interested.
One runner on base. That ball has a chance. Oh, my! A 2-run shot to left center.
Oh, I'm a bit cream-crackered. We're just working out here, not for gratuitous visual thrills. We're just so excited about the second round of the Gamesmaster football tournament coming up after the break.